Yeah.
Perfect timing. Team Liquid, Mad Lions, Legacy Esports, Supermassive, and INTZ will fill out Group A. LGD, PSG. Yeah, go ahead.
Looks really good for Unicorns of Love. Like, if I'm going to see them really step up and do well, they've got a group where they can easily get second. You know, on a bad day, they get third. And then I think they can absolutely take down, you know, a representative from Group A on the other side. You know, whoever gets second or third down there and take that best of 5. I think there's a really good shot Unicorns of Love make the main stage as sort of like the upset idea. Of a Pool 2 team making it up here, Unicorns of Love is my heavy nod.
Yeah, I think this is where it's important to reiterate Freak's point about how play-ins will play out. Because they are 5-team groups, the first place team after the group stage from each group will automatically qualify to the group stage of the main event. Seed 5 of each group will be eliminated. 4 will play 3 within the same group. And then the winner of the 4-3 matchup from the same group will play the opposing group's 2 seed for the next spot out of the groups. So just a little bit of a reminder on how things will work here with the wonky 10-team play-in. But as Freak is calling it, Unicorns of Love.
In China.
G2, the first team polled straight out of the LEC. Obviously, the #1 seed for the region are runners-up in the World Championship last year. And Kobe, with no FPX in the tournament, they are the highest-seeded returning team from last year's World Finals.
Yeah, their kryptonite is not here. However, the LPL have sent a bunch of other extremely strong teams. And for G2, they definitely did struggle a bit in the regular season. Especially the bottom lane for sure. Everybody was looking at for some improvements. I still think Caps is going to be an incredible force, and you know, Perks has definitely stepped it back up recently towards playoffs. G2, they look like they're returning to their big dominant form, and of course they always improve even more at international competition and show up huge for the region. So very, very big expectations for G2.
We pull out another headliner here to see who's going to be atop Group B. And speaking of great mid laners, Damwon Gaming gets pulled in. Yeah, Showmaker is so incredibly good. The LCK champions of Damwon Gaming are so good. I know some people have them as the best team at Worlds. They're top 3 for me, certainly. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, they 3-0'd their finals in pretty dominant fashion up against the 2nd seed DRX. From the LCK. So this is without a doubt one of the teams to be feared, even while so much focus has been on the LPL as a region leading into this tournament.
Yeah, Damwon, not just the finals, but they dominated the region pretty heavily. They've also been so flexible. I think it's one of the super scary things to me. They've done split, you know, early, late, team fight. They really have, you know, shown some real great growth for the team, and some of the individual players have just been spectacular.
Okay, that was a sick Volibear shot. I mean, the Elder Dragon finish on the end of the ult.
LCK Observer's top tier.
Woo! All right, give me some of that at Worlds, baby. All right, let's look for our 3rd team here. Only one of 2 options. Of course, nothing really gets super interesting until we make it to Pool 2 and we see which of these teams are getting paired up against each other. But we got to get through the business. Top East. Oh no, TSM. I got baited by a Sting Red.
Yeah.
TSM from North America, #1 seed. We'll go straight into group number 3. What a turnaround this team had here in North America in the summer split towards the end and into the postseason.
Yeah, it definitely has been growth for TSM. Since Doublelift returned to the team being re-signed, they definitely struggled through the regular split, but in playoffs, I'd say that they adapted the best of all of the North American teams, you know, playing carry junglers, playing carry topside for themselves, showing a lot of different looks actually, and everybody as well is going to be attracted to the River Shen that got a lot of hype from Spica specifically, but there you see as well on your screen, Broken Blade playing a lot of the Lucian for themselves. They try and play very aggressive League of Legends.
Freak, I think something that can't be ignored when we talk about TSM, though, is their storied international history. Not always the best of finishes, and it's been a laser focus for them over the years to do better.
They have made it out of groups once at 2014 Worlds, where they then lost to Samsung White in the quarterfinals. Otherwise, they either got auto-seeded into quarters or they failed to make it out. Meanwhile, speaking of teams that are not failing, Top Esports, the winners from the LPL, I am so keen on them. Their mid laner, Knight, is incredible. I am very much about this team.
Yeah, I think most people are going to have Top Esports coming in as a heavy favorite. Obviously, yes, Knight has a lot going with him in the mid lane, as a lot of people are even shouting him out as being the best mid laner in the world right now. Karsa, I think, really deserves so much credit, though, for this team. He plays so selflessly, so much for his lanes, setting up the team that it really allows them to fire on all areas of the map. Jackie Lowe plays aggressively, 369 plays aggressively, and it all comes together because they have so much individual talent.
Yeah, Karsa has been a world-class player for some time now, but it's so amazing to finally see him in a position where that ability might be fully realized on the international stage, and we might actually get to see him go deep into this year's Worlds tournament. LMHT now moving up to center stage to start working on those Pool 2 teams. This is where my blood starts to pump.
Yep.
I'm so glad we still get to see LMHT at competitions. Possibly most exciting and my favorite jungler of all time.
Ooh, okay.
There it is.
Suning comes through as G2 Esports' Pool 2 team here over in Group A, unless there's something I'm not seeing.
No, I think you're correct. That should be right.
All right, are you guys lovers of Knight's Vow? Because Sofm is. This guy loves Knight's Vow and tank builds for junglers, Warmog, Spirit Visions, more than any other player I have ever seen. Plays tank Lee Sin, plays tank Olaf. He's definitely one of the defining pieces of the team and how they like to play. I'd also like to say that been well situated to be that carry top player for the team. If that does continue to be the world's meta, people are going to recognize Sword Art there from the Flash Wolves, play support for themselves. Huang Fong has also been playing a bunch of Jhin, which I think is going to be very relevant for the coming AD carry meta.
First of the Pool 2 teams, there you have it, confirmed. Freak, slotted into G2's group, is the 3rd seed from the LPL.
All right. Well, only a couple options left for, a pull-in for Damwon. Could be Fnatic, could be JD Gaming.
It looks like a G there at the end, so I'm pretty sure it's...
Kobe's calling it, JD Gaming. This is a terrifying squad as well, though, when we talk about teams that could really cause some danger here in the tournament.
JD Gaming, to me, are maybe the scariest team to come out of the LPL, actually. Like, if you really want to just look at, spring and summer playoffs right there, they went 3-2 against Top Esports in the spring finals winning, and then 3-2 against Top Esports in the summer finals just barely losing. Like, these teams are close in overall power. These guys, 2nd place regular season, both spring and summer. Very, very good squad. Huge favorite for me for Worlds as well.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Kanavi for sure. Kanavi and Zoom. LV Mao, I think, probably maybe even the best support showing up. There's just so much going with this team. They play so well together. Their macro is going to surprise a lot of people that are used to the kind of old box that people put LPL teams into. This is definitely a team with huge synergy.
So now the question is, if people want the TSM Rogue group, we cannot pull Fnatic right now.
Yes.
The only way you get that is if you do not pull Fnatic, otherwise it precludes it. And I know a lot of people want the TSM Rogue. Let's see what we get.
I see purple.
Gen G.
That's Fnatic. It's the purple and yellow. So unfortunately, if Freak's assumptions are correct, we won't get that Rogue group. But Fnatic going to get slotted in.
Still fun,
That's an exciting one. Yeah, very much so.
These are the most popular North American and European teams, I believe, in the same group. Regardless, Fnatic are an awesome team. Having to come together. Selfmade is such a great jungler. He's really, 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 really good. Hillsong, I think, is an excellent support as well. Very aggressive, gets in there a whole lot of the time. Plays the pike. I love to see it as well. I'm a Fnatic fan. I think they are a very good team, and I want to see what they can do here.
Yeah, with Worlds being in China, I think, Hillisang, Whippo, as well as Selfmade are all going to fit right into that style. We've seen it in their solo queue already. Selfmade, being this carry jungler, has really defined this kind of new age for Fnatic. And we do get to see some Reckless play with Double Lift as well.
Exactly. Reckless Whippo returning to Worlds after a finals berth a couple years ago. And just to round things out here in Pool 2, DRX is pulled. Again, the second seed from the LCK. So going into the final group with Top Esports, I don't want to be drawn into that group if I'm a Pool 3 team.
Yeah, that is scary.
That is a terrifying group.
You've got Damwon JD Gaming and Top Esports DRX as two of the groups here. Like those are beastly, very strong groups, very scary. Here DRX are excellent. So many good players on the team.
Yeah, I definitely with their bottom lane struggling a little bit recently. I know they talked about Deft having some back problems. It is kind of sad to see. I'm hoping that they have been able to jump on those quickly and they can improve for play moving on, because during the regular split Deft and Hyria were so good. So hopefully we can get to see them return to full and maximum power. I'm definitely looking forward to that group.
Without a doubt, on to our Pool 3 teams. MLXG still at the helm to round us out here. 4 teams left to be picked. Rogue is selected. If I recall from memory, this would be going into the second group because G2 already occupies group number 1, but we will wait for verification because a whole bunch of smarter people with spreadsheets are behind the scenes making sure everything's playing out correctly before I misspeak. Let's talk Rogue, though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. They won the summer regular season. They qualified for Worlds, I think, first of all teams anywhere, because once they locked in the top regular season spot, they got in on championship points. I'm glad to see that they did get to play some playoff series. They won a best of 5. They took down Mad Lions. Unfortunately, getting through G2 is always very, very tough. But Rogue are exciting. They really came out swinging here in the summer split. Hansama has been grinding a ton of solo queue games. He's an excellent player overall. I'm a big fan of him. And he gets thrown into, I think, the hardest group of death. Damwon JD Gaming, that is the toughest group Rogue could have possibly gotten. And this is an uphill fight.
It certainly is going to be. I really think that Inspired and Larson have been so good for them, especially with Inspired starting to play some more carry junglers. Good luck. That is definitely a difficult group to fight your way out of.
Yeah, that's a salute to that one right there. MCX, right? My eyes aren't playing tricks on me.
Yeah.
Machi coming in here. So that should, I assume, go straight into Group A. As they're the only representative from the PCS here in the main stage. Of course, PSG was drawn into the play-in stage earlier as the second seed.
They might get forced out. We'll have to wait to see. Regardless, though, this is a kind of team that if you're saying, hey, early read coming in is this is a team you want to see if you want a group of life. Regardless, though, a very competitive team here. And I don't know, people tend to sleep on PCS teams, but I think these guys are good.
Yeah, they have a bunch of players that have been on the world stage before for themselves as well. So we'll see how they can actually hold up this time around.
Yeah, so they go into Group 1 alongside Suning and G2. Only 2 teams left to be pulled here. Groups C and D remain as the options. MLXG with the poll. It's FlyQuest from North America, so that should go straight into Group D, I believe.
Yeah, nowhere else to
my
go.
Lord. What we didn't want, but we got it.
Yep.
Oh, no. North America.
That's a tough one. This is the other big group of death, Top Esports and DRX, their actual name this time around. This is a tough road. Power People, though, and Ignar back together again on the world stage. You saw them nearly do the impossible against SKT back on Misfits. They've now got to do it here in a tough group stage against the LPL champions and the LCK runner-up. But possible, of course. Solo his first time at Worlds. This was very nearly an LCS championship roster, bringing it all the way to Game 5 against TSM.
Yep, Santorin's been great for the team. Definitely one of the best junglers in the entire league. Him plus Turtle as well returning together to the world stage.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I love this FlyQuest team. I love this FlyQuest team, and I really do hope for their success. And if I'll say anything about their chances, it's that this is a team that I think has been counted out more times than is deserved. At least in this most recent year, being our only team to go back-to-back finals in North America. So don't sleep on that team. But of course, they got their work cut out for them as we see Gen G drawn as our final team, the LCK number 3, which will go into Group C alongside TSM as the number 1 seed from North America.
And things get more difficult for Double Lift. I think that Gen G have the best bottom lane in the LCK and one of the best bottom lanes at the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroying people. I think Ruler is in top form right now, especially.
Yep. World champion Ruler, he is a man to behold. I mean, I'm an AD carry player. Ruler is just so good. I mean, look, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Also, I want to point out in this group, this is the only group that LGD from the LPL can be drawn into. Since there are 4 LPL teams, there's only 1 spot to go. That's going to be interesting to watch for as well, of course, because that